Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the You're Here with Ataysia podcast. Today we have another special guest with us, and his name is, drumroll please, Ethan Mullen. Yay! Let's give a great big warm welcome to my dear friend Ethan. Thank you so much, Ethan, for joining the show. In a second, we will be hearing a little bit about Ethan from himself, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode because today we will be talking about theater. We'll discuss that a little bit after Ethan introduces himself in the topic segment. So guys, welcome in to another episode of season 1. I'm so excited, and let's see what Ethan has to say. Ethan, take it away.
Hi, my name is Ethan Mullen. Oh my goodness, I'm a senior at Loyola Marymount University. I'm a theater student. I know Ataysia because we're both theater students and we're both in honors together, and I'm her big. And we were in a lovely little show about Harry Potter, but not about Harry Potter, to get the semester. And she's really cool and awesome. And oh my goodness, what are other things about me? Yeah, I also like do costuming and stuff. Um, I'm from Seattle. I love to act. I work at an opera company in the summers. Yeah, that's some stuff about me.
Oh my gosh, you're a senior.
Isn't that crazy?
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about
Well, I'm happy for you.
it.
Anything else you want to talk about, like what you're working on right now? We'll get more into that in the
Ooh.
questions, but like you can talk about maybe some other countries that you will be going to soon.
Oh, okay. Okay. So right now, I have like a crazy next 6 months ahead of me. I am currently working on these. It's called the York Mystery Plays. It's kind of uh like Holy Communion propaganda from the 1500s. And they're these like medieval Christian plays that in the medieval like England they would like do up on their little like wagon. So you get up and you do your play, and then they push you throughout the village doing your play. So we're kind of like recreating that in Toronto in like less than a week. Um, I'm traveling with a group from the Loyola Marymount University, and we're taking these plays and we're going to perform three of the 50, and all of them are going to be performed over a 24-hour time period in York University in Toronto. So that's really, really exciting. And then after that, I'm going to go work in upstate New York over the summer, at this opera company called Glimmerglass Opera Company or Glimmerglass Festival, my apologies. Um, which is a really good, they have a wonderful apprentice program that I'm lucky enough to get to take part in. And then after that, straight from there, I'm not going home. I'm going to London, England, where I'm going to be for the fall semester. So I'm just hopping around. I have a lot of really exciting things coming up that I get to do. I'm really lucky.
You're leaving me
I
already.
know. I'll be
Cheers.
back for semester.
It's okay. We're so happy for you. I'm so excited, especially about the York plays coming up. That's in less than a week. Wow. And by the time
Yeah.
the episode's released, you'll already have done it and you'll have been to.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ethan, for a phenomenal introduction. Now I will introduce our topic. And today our topic is, what is theater? So Ethan will be talking about what theater is to him and what theater is by the book. We'll be discussing a little bit about Ethan's journey in theater and what productions he's worked on, and also maybe get a little bit of teasers on what's next for Ethan's theatrical career. And I met Ethan through doing theater, so maybe we can talk a little bit about ourselves and the production that we worked on together not that long ago. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be talking to Ethan, who's become a dear friend of mine just within the past year of meeting him. And Ethan, let's have a phenomenal and great and flowy conversation about theater. Nice to see you on this podcast. So your topic is, what is theater? And I will be asking you a couple of questions about what it is to you.
Yeah.
So first question, What is the first play you've ever done, if you can
Oh
remember?
gosh, I do. I started theater like I guess maybe relative to some a little bit later. Like I only started in high school. Um, and the first play that I got roped into doing by like, on the in my first couple weeks of my freshman year was this play. Okay, actually, never mind. I don't remember the name. But it was like a really short play. It was like 5 minutes long, and you had like three or four rehearsals, and then it was like, okay, put on a play. The first play I remember doing is this one act play called Time Flies. And it's honestly still kind of near and dear to my heart. It's about these like two mayflies that like come home together after a party, and they're gonna like, you know, get a little funny, get a little frisky with it, and then they put on like a TV show in the background, and it's a nature documentary talking about the lifespan of mayflies and how they only live for one day, and this is of course a surprise to them, so it turns it very existential, and it's just I think it's really hilarious. I like directed it too in high school, but that was the first like short play I was in.
So it seems like you started in high school, right? Like this
Yeah.
passion? Okay, awesome. Okay, well, oh, that kind of answers my next question. Oops. When did you know you wanted to pursue acting?
Actually, like pretty much as soon as I started. I don't know. I was always a very dramatic kid. I did choir for like a really long time since like I was in elementary school. And the parents in elementary school told my mom, like, that kid of yours is a little like that kid's got a lot of energy. Like maybe you should put that kid in theater. So it was not really a shock to my parents or me when I tried it and I was like, this is awesome. This like whole being on stage and making people laugh thing is like super cool. And I was really lucky that like I had some great role models in the theater program at my high school that were super committed to acting and wanted to go into acting as well for college. And I was like, this is something I can do. Like, so I think having them around me, I was like, this feels like it. Like, this is like the passion. Yeah. Like, this is, yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah, it's always helpful to have those resources right there at your school.
Hmm.
It kind of, I won't say like forces you into it, but like if it's there, it's like, wait, I gotta dip my toes in it, and then it could
Yeah,
change your life, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Who inspires you to grow as an actor?
That's a really great question. I mean, okay, LMU, this theater program, everyone in it really inspires me to grow as an actor. Like I love all the productions we put on here and getting to watch them. And just in classes too, like watching other people perform, like there's so many talented people here. And I was like, oh my God, how did they do that? Like that's really great. Um, so I think like, yeah, getting to watch other actors work really inspires me. Um, I will say I really love outside of LMU, I really love the actor Andrew Scott. He was like the hot priest in Fleabag, and he's in a lot of stuff. I love him. I think he's fantastic. And I think he's a really great actor. I really love like his presence. And I definitely like listened to a fair few podcasts of him talking about like acting and his process. And I would also say like the teachers here, taking their classes and also like watching them act sometimes or watching them outside of a class. I'm like, that is like, again, it's similar to a feeling to students. Like, I'm just really amazed by how you did that. In particular, I think there's a teacher here named Christine Bryhan. Shout out Christine. She's really great. She just teaches like movement classes that I've taken. And I've seen her, she sometimes will like demonstrate a little bit of something in class. I'm like, oh my God, like where did that come from? That's awesome. No wonder you're teaching here. Like, uh, and I think that that field of like movement, yeah, like field of acting is really rich and has helped my acting like a whole lot.
Yeah, I absolutely love how tight-knitted the LMU theater program is. Like, I've just
Yeah.
been here for a year and I'm like, teachers are amazing and all the
Yeah.
seniors are leaving me, but it's like, they're all so talented and meeting
Yeah.
you and like literally everybody, it's like made like my closest friends already. And it's very comforting, especially like moving, like how it feels like move pretty far, being alone like for that
Yeah.
time period. And
It's
then people are
hard.
very accepting. So,
Yeah.
okay, next question. What is the greatest performance from an actor in any production you have seen?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is a really great question, Atasia. The greatest ever. Do you have an answer? What's the greatest performance you ever seen?
I don't have an answer. Let me think though.
I know, right? Like it's kind of like
It's a heavy question,
there's a
definitely.
lot of
It's
really
so
good
many.
ones, but
I
yeah,
I can name one that just came to my mind. Because I'm big on Marvel, and I
yeah.
just thought about Loki's parentage
Okay.
from Thor, which is Tom Hiddleston. He's like, it's like this famous line where he's like, "Tell me," and it's just like, it's so good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is also like it helps me with my. It helped me do the British accent for Puffs,
Oh, because he's a
which I
British.
have to
Yeah.
do again for Matilda. It's
Uh-huh. Oh my
crazy.
goodness. You're bringing it back.
Yeah, bringing it back.
That's
And then you had
awesome.
to do it because you didn't
Oh
have to do it in
yeah,
post, but you had to do it for Beatles.
I did. I did. Okay, I thought of one. I thought of a couple. Well, the acting in Fleabag, which is a show with written by Phoebe Waller-Bridge with Andrew Scott in it. Yes, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge is just awesome. It's so good. And they're like tension. I think that's what I really love, like the relationship with the tension is incredible. And that's like, I don't know, some acting teachers that like the tension, the conflict is like that's the whole point of acting. Also, at LMU, when I was a freshman, they did the show Cabaret.
Hmm.
Um, and I was obviously just got there. And it's a very queer show. The performance, the actor, the MC character, and I've never seen Cabaret before, and I had never seen them act before, and I was like, oh my God, I think that was probably like the most like jaw dropped or like a performance that like really stuck with me was them as the MC and like their commitment to it. I don't know. I was a freshman, so it was a couple years ago, but it was really 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 great, and it was really really queer, like unapologetically. And I was like, this makes me feel like maybe there is a place for me here. So that really that's a performance that really like has stuck with me.
What was the funniest moment from a performance you've done?
Funniest moment? Do you mean like the like the silly, funniest thing that happened to me, or like the best joke that I was ever?
Which one do I want to know more?
Yeah.
Uh, I would say maybe like a behind the it could be behind the scenes or it could be like a stage mishap. Like
A couple years ago, I was in a play called or a musical called Spelling Bee. My character was supposed to like toss a toy at him as he exits the stage and like walks out the door. And it's not supposed to hit him. But one time I did throw the toy and it hit him like square in the back of the head, which was funny on stage, but not what I intended and definitely hurt. And it did not happen again.
aside from acting, are you passionate about anything else?
Yes. Well, okay, like I'm secretly like a really big nerd. I like school a lot. And I like my classes a lot. I'm a Spanish minor. I like language a lot. And I think I guess like, that's kind of related to acting, like communicating with other people is cool and like the way that like yeah. Super into that. I do costuming. I'm really into like clothes, my clothes, other people's clothes. When I work in the summer at this opera company, I work in the wardrobe department. So that's like not making the clothes, but like maintaining and taking care of them while they're being used in the shows. So I love like organizing, and I did that at LMU too. I've done that for a show here. Um, what are other things I'm passionate about? I don't know, like my friends. I really love my friends. I love to sing. It's also kind of theater related. Um, Yeah. I think every semester I take a class that's like really hard for me. But then I get like really interested and into it. And so for a semester I become like a mini nerd about like, I don't know, this last semester it was like a linguistics class. And before that it was like a philosophy, you know. So I don't know. I'm just really into I love learning.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit more? I'm kind of like sliding in questions when you bring stuff
Ooh.
up. Like, can you tell us about the show that you costumed for?
Oh, well, okay, so in the fall, I did not I assisted our costumes. I was the assistant costume designer and the wardrobe lead for the musical that LMU did, Carrie the musical, which was a crazy experience. It was in the fall, it was right after being working for the summer in wardrobe and doing all of this like organizing costumes and like quick changes and washing clothes, all of this stuff. And so I came back to LMU and I'd learned all of these things. And I noticed that we were doing this musical that has a lot of people and a lot of quick changes, or quick changes that all of the characters have to do a lot of costume changes. And I was like, hey, like, could I I'm the assistant costume designer, which is one thing, but could I also be the wardrobe lead, which is a whole different thing. And my boss, who was also the designer for the show, was like, yeah, sure, do it. Um, so it was a lot of work, but after we like organized all of the costumes and who was gonna wear what, I trained like two or three other like wardrobe like costume crew students who were getting like their crew credit and working on the show with us on like our we had to check in all of the costumes at the beginning of every day, like check off on a spreadsheet that everything is there. And then we had different costume changes assigned to different crew members at different points in the show, so you had to be ready for that. And then in the middle of the show, there was one costume change that like all of the ensemble did, and it was a quick change. And we there were not enough hands of ours to like help them with all those with that quick change, so we just like uh engineered the costumes in a way so that they could quickly pull on and pull off. But as you can imagine, they're doing this in like a very short amount of time. So there's a lot of mess backstage. So we it was our we also like took the clothes and put them back after the quick change, all the stuff that was dropped and put it back in its home on the racks in the dressing rooms. And then at the end of the play, you check everything out, do all the laundry. One great fun fact about Carrie, as you might know from the movie, is that there's a lot of blood. In the end, there's a big scene where she gets blood poured on her. And it was our job. The main character was in this nice, beautiful pink prom dress, gets a bunch of blood, fake blood dumped on her. We ordered this blood from like England. It was crazy. That we used. It was really like the consistency and everything was really great. The color was great. It was vegan, and we ordered it because it was like washable, really washable. So every night we also washed out her dress and like her shoes and her corset, all of these things. And like we had a whole procedure. And there were so many other people in the ensemble. Something we didn't anticipate when we were costuming the show was that sure, Miss Carrie gets a whole lot of blood on her, but everyone standing near her gets a little blood on them too. And then of course, like she goes around killing everybody and like getting her blood everywhere. So there's a lot more blood than we originally anticipated. So our job turned into a lot of stain treatment at the end of every night on all of these other prom dresses that we couldn't necessarily just put in the wash. So that was a long explanation of what I did. But it was definitely like it was a different kind of reward than acting, but it was still very rewarding. And just to keep everything organized, like I feel like this show couldn't happen without me. And I think the feeling that I like about theater in general, feeling like an important part of a larger process. Um, and it taught me a lot and it was exhausting. And it definitely like I'm glad that I did that because now as I'm going to back to work at this opera festival, like I think I have a different understanding of the role of wardrobe and what it means to be a good team member and yeah, how to like manage big stuff like this. It was crazy.
Yeah, thank you. That sounds like a wonderful experience. One of my biggest college regrets is not seeing Carrie because
It's okay. I mean, somehow that freshman year musical, like mine was Cabaret. Carrie was pretty good, but there will be more musicals. They're doing Fun Home.
yeah.
I'm sure they'll do a big production another year.
I know
Okay.
it's so sad because like back then I didn't realize that they had like seats. Like it said sold out. I was like, I can't go.
Yeah.
So it's like now I know like I can just show up and then possibly get a ticket, but you learn.
And I think that's like a trick about theater that I've learned here. Like if you just show up, like there probably will be a seat. And they want there to be more people. Like they want as many people to see a show as possible. So they'll stick your butt in a seat if there's one to give you.
Definitely know that for the next show. Well, the all the next shows. So yeah.
Hmm.
All right. We have a few more questions left already. Wow.
Hmm.
Okay, kind of back into the topic. What is theater? What does
Yeah.
theater mean to you?
Uh, um, I think it's about like storytelling and performance and like engaging an audience. I think that theater's crazy. I think movies are maybe the same, but so that's something that's really unique about theater as an art form is that the audience, you're going as an audience member to watch the show, but also to like share an experience with a bunch of strangers. Like I think that I mean, you can tell as a performer, like some nights audience members are more comfortable reacting in the audience, and sometimes audience members are not. Um, and you can tell the difference between that. People like you have to feel comfortable in an audience, and it's like especially if a show is, really I mean, really anything, really funny, really sad, really impactful. You're sharing an experience that kind of moves you with a bunch of people that are strangers to you, and you have to feel, you feel safe enough in that space to like make a vocal reaction, to cry, to laugh. So that I think is a really important part of theater for me, and just the way it facilitates like a community in general. I think facilitating community and experiencing community is very important to me. Um, it's also like, I mean, it's like my passion. I love acting and I like film acting too, but I really like my passion is for theater and being in front of a live audience. Um, and I don't know, it's a good time, it's a fun time, and it's yeah, it's community.
I agree. As I personally really like interactive performances.
Yeah, me too.
Just like that's why I absolutely love doing posts. Like even though my character wasn't as like interactive as like our other, you know, colleagues. Is that do we call it colleagues?
Peers, I don't know, casting.
Castmates. Yeah, our other castmates. I like that we had the freedom. Like if I remember auditioning for posts, like I don't care if I'm in it or in the audience. I just know like I'm gonna love it. And then when I got in, I
Yeah,
was like, wait, that's like, it's cool. And I think it's really important that like the audience and the cast can have fun with it because like
I
uh,
agree. Yeah.
even though I couldn't like I didn't have scenes where I like directly talked to the audience. I had the freedom to like when I was calling with the camera, like I would
Yes.
turn to the audience and just be like, "Hey guys," and be like, "Oh, you guys," like just little things, or like being a dragon, of course. It's like
Yeah. Oh my God, the audience ate that up too. Oh my goodness.
next question: what is a play or musical you've read or watched multiple times?
Oh, do you know what? I really like Romeo and Juliet. Maybe this is like basic of me, but it's so good. The particularly the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, the Baz Luhrmann one, the 1990s. I think it's like honestly probably one of my favorite movies because it's so gorgeous. Hello, A. Um, and the story's good. Also, just like you got to give it to William Shakespeare. Like every time I watch that movie, I find myself like, yelling at the screen, like, no, don't do it. I know how it ends, obviously, but it's still like gets it. You're like, no, if you just stay, like, oh, they're just so close to like making it out alive. Um, I really like that play and that movie.
Yeah, I think my first introduction to Romeo and Juliet was Romeo and Juliet. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, also a good movie. I have seen this.
It's been so long since I watched it, but yeah, I love that movie. That was like the first time I knew who Shakespeare was. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
That's a piece of
Oh,
culture
there's
right there.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What is a role you would like to play if you could be in any live production?
Oh goodness. I'm always thinking of these things. I'm like, oh, I watched something. I'm like, oh, I feel like that would be really fun to do. If I could be in any live production. Oh, I do scenes from Angels in America in like some of my scene study classes. I think that is a brilliant, wonderful play. And there's so many roles in it that, or not so many, but there are many roles in it that I'm like, wow, like if I got the chance to like explore, like to do this, I'd be like crazy. Of course, it's like super heavy too. And also, oh, now we're just talking about plays that like I want to be in. There's a play called Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. They did it at LMU a couple years ago, and when I was like 14, I don't know, I kind of like assisted. I like helped out with a production of it at a summer theater in Seattle. So cool. Great play. You should read it, like look it up. It's so if you can read it, it's like crazy. It's about like mythology and the Simpsons and nuclear apocalypses and how mythologies get systems of mythology get created. It's awesome. I would love to be in that. And also I would love to be in I would love to play. I never I got cast in it in high school and then like we didn't end up doing it because of COVID, but I would so love to be LeFou in Beauty and the Beast. But I'm a bass singer. And LeFou is like a tenor part. So I don't think that's like a dream, like someone someday in a beautiful alternate reality. I would love to play that role.
I would love to see you as LeFou. That would be
I
so
think
much
it's so
fun.
funny. Yeah.
Manifesting it. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Final question. For someone beginning to pursue theater, where do you think they should start?
I just think do as much of it as possible. Like the I've learned the most just by like repeating the process over and over as many times as I can. It doesn't matter what you're playing, it doesn't matter if you're acting or not, just like being involved in everything. I think each production is so different and you learn so much. And like there's something definitely to be said for like formal training, but I also think like some of the skills that I've learned the most and feel most confident in are things that have come up because I had to perform it. Yeah, getting yourself on stage as much as possible is my no opportunity is too small, no opportunity is wrong for you. I just think like audition for everything. That's my philosophy.
Thank you so much for answering these questions. We're gonna take a break and then we'll go to our next segment, which is a game, which is so exciting.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Okay, so now we're gonna play a game. I had to bring the headset out for this one because I'm like, this is a game between me and you.
Oh gosh.
And of course, since this is theater, we'll be doing something acting related.
Okay.
I always pull up my microphone for the game segment because why
I
not?
feel like, yeah, I'm a little intimidated. You got this headset,
Oh,
it's fancy with this
I
microphone.
know. Full game show host mode on right
Yeah,
now.
hello Caesar Flickerman.
So the game is called Alphabets, I think, because I just looked it up this morning because I changed my mind on what game we were gonna play literally just a couple hours ago. So
Yeah.
have you heard of this game? Just from
No.
hearing alphabet, I know it's not really a lot said. Yeah, okay. So how we play this game, I have two wills. Ooh. And one will has types of characters on it, and the other will has genres on it.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing a scene together, but there's a catch. Of course,
Okay.
not gonna be easy. Every line, every other line, because we're going to go back and forth, has to be the next letter of the alphabet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
I'm
gonna
with
be
you.
difficult, right? So that's why I have to bring out the headset because I'm like, I gotta hear you.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I start, my first line has to start with the letter A, U has to start with letter B, C, D. Yeah. So I think it could take
Okay.
10 minutes, but we'll see. I'm gonna share my screen. Isn't that so cool that we can do that here?
Wow. So modern technology is a
No,
wonder.
right? It's amazing. Okay, let's spin our wheel. Are you ready to find out who
Yes.
we're gonna be? Let's see who we're gonna
Yes.
be. I'm scared too because I just came up with this like 5 minutes ago.
No, this is good.
Ah, I knew it. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, oh.
Yes. Okay, I'm that's so excited. I thought we were gonna be pirates. I was like, I've been so many pirates all year. I was like, I'm ready to
That's
be.
true. Like your
Okay.
improv.
Yes, we're mermaids. Okay. Now our genre. This is
Okay.
this is also gonna make it a little difficult. Also, I had to add the little cookie background because I
I
didn't
know.
know
I
how to do
like
that.
that.
Thanks. All right. What kind of mermaids? What is this film
Okay. Okay.
about?
What's happening?
Ooh, it's close to mystery. Yeah. Oh, it's coming of age. Okay. Wait, this is gonna be so wholesome. Nice. Okay.
Wait, aw.
Is this what you want?
Yes, this is
Okay.
beautiful.
Let's do it. I have puppetry on here, and I was like, where am I
I
going
was
with
like,
that?
I know, I was like puppetry. Like, am I gonna do a Little
I
Mermaid
was
puppet?
thinking, yeah, I was thinking like if we did get puppetry, we're gonna be like, oh, I'm a mermaid.
Little
That
hands
would
up.
be so fun though. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. All right, we'll stop sharing now. Let's get to work.
Okay. Who
Okay,
goes
who?
first?
I was gonna ask you who's first. I don't know. We should do a will with the two of our names. Who goes
I
first? Okay,
know.
okay. Let's just.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm
Um,
gonna.
um,
Whoever thinks of one first can take it away.
yes.
Coming of age and mermaids. All right. Aren't you so happy to be living in the ocean?
But what if I want to live on land?
Can't we just accept where we are?
Don't give me that. I want to be where the people are.
Everybody else is happy in the ocean.
Fine, but I'm not.
Get your bags. We're going on a trip.
Um, um, how? We literally have to stay under the water. We are not allowed to leave. Where are we gonna go?
I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Jesus, you have got to be kidding me. This is I wish you would plan more, Dad. This is kind of frustrating.
Kidding you? I could never.
Let's go. Okay.
Man, look at all the sights.
Nope. I gotta say, I have seen all of this before, and it is not that interesting to me. I would like to be on land.
Oh, come on.
Please, Dad, like, why can't I just go for like a little bit? I'm up there on land. They let people they let freak, what's the lyric? Up there on land, they let people do what they want to do.
Quiet and be grateful.
Ever since mom died, you've been such a bore. Such a
Silence, I said, and be happy.
That's just actually not how that works. Just because I'm quiet does not mean that I'm happy.
Uh-oh. You make a good point.
Vehemently, I do.
Well, can't say I didn't try. Oh, no.
Uh, exactly. Does that count?
We'll take it. I don't know what else to say.
Exactly. You got to listen to your kids sometimes. It's part of coming of age.
You are right.
Zoinks. This is, I'm glad we could work this out.
Yay, we did it. Okay, that was fun, wasn't it?
That is fun.
Oh, a lot of pressure though. I had to recount my alphabet. I was like, wait, what comes after that?
I know. I was like, yeah.
All
You were,
right.
you, that's some really good ones. You were some quick with it.
You too. I mean, Zoinks, that's hilarious. We love isn't that from Scooby Doo? Love Scooby Doo. Love a Scooby Doo reference. Okay, look, why not run it one more time?
Okay.
We've got experience in it.
Okay. That was
You
just our warm
know,
up.
yeah. So let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see what we get this time.
Okay.
I really want puppetry. I want to do
I
one of
know. I
these.
kind of want puppetry too.
Oh, they're gonna give us mermaids again. Okay, let me remove it. No, we're not doing that again. We're done.
Okay. Okay.
Remove. Okay, try again. Save the claps.
Save the claps.
What is the topic really gonna be?
Oh,
Ah,
no. Are
I
we gonna?
knew it. I knew it. We have to be a pirate today. It's destiny. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what kind of pirates are we? Let's go to our
All right.
cookie. Okay. I probably should have just deleted coming of age, but we'll get
Yes.
something new.
Okay. Coming of age pirates is also crazy.
Yes! Oh my gosh, wait! Let's go. We're doing puppets.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Puppetry and pirates. Well,
Pirate puppetry.
let's see where this are we doing the hands?
I'm pulling out a hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got okay, what I'm trying to can I make mine different?
Oh, I
Like
don't
what do
know.
they wear? Oh, a hook. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Good morning to you, matey.
Oh no. uh Benjamin, good morning to you as well, matey.
Can't say I've seen a finer day in quite some time.
Duh. Such a great day it is. Arg.
Enough of all this. Let's get down to business. The captain has been wanting to see. He says you've been disobeying orders.
For real? Me?
Gee, well, it sure looks like it's you. You're the only you're the you're the only Sebastian on board, so couldn't have been talking about somebody else.
How could it be me if I've been here all day?
Well, I don't know. Do I look like the captain to you?
Jeepers. Jeepers, you're right. You don't.
Well, crispy. No, that's not a K.
Crispy Kreme. Crispy.
Well, creamy. Well, creamy, crunchy crabs. Let me just. Enough of your back talk. This is what the captain's been talking about. You don't listen to anybody. You think you're better than everybody else.
Let's not talk about it. Let's have a battle.
My. Well, if that's what you want to pull out your sword, matey.
No, forget the sword. I didn't yes and.
Oh, no, that was good.
Okay. No, forget the sword. We're taking it to the plank.
Oh, well, if that's how you want to play it, bring it on. These fists are made for meeting some meat.
Pirates should know that when you walk the plank, meat doesn't matter.
Questioning me now, Arya. Okay, I'm getting ready. You better watch out.
Ready? Well, if you're ready, I'm readier.
Well, slide on up to me, Sebastian boy. Come here. I'm ready.
Take your time. I wouldn't want you to get injured.
Oh, unexpected, isn't it, that I hit you so quickly? Just because I'm older than you doesn't mean I'm weak.
Very unexpected it was. But guess what? I've got something for you.
Oh, oh, what was that? Very, very funny, yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Oh no, now I have X.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
X-ray you will need after I'm done with you.
Okay. You naked poop. We're pirates. We don't have X-rays.
You know what? I've had enough of this. It's time for you to meet your end.
Ah! I'm falling off the plank. Wait, QR. Wait, did I do the wrong one?
I don't know.
Right.
I
That's
think
okay.
I did Y, so I think you're in Z.
Okay. Ah! Zanzibar. Shucks. I don't know.
Yay! We did it. All right, high five.
Yeah, that was boom.
Yay.
That was really
That was
fun.
fun. That was hard. It was also painful. I'm like, well,
Yeah, low key.
this is what hand puppeteers do. You never knew, but I have an interest in puppetry.
Really?
Yeah, me and my sister used to do puppet show. I can send you clips and every like this is what we do.
Yeah,
But it's not
actually, that's so cool.
I literally have like puppets in my class. It's just crazy.
Are they like hand puppets, or are they ones where you like manipulate the
They're like
arm?
okay, not oh yeah, some of them like have sticks, but like
That's cool. That's really cool, Ataysia.
hidden talent. I should use that for
Yeah,
my hidden talent. I use puppets. Nobody
yeah,
knows.
you have so many hidden talents. You should bring those to school.
thank you so much for joining us for the game, Ethan. Now we will be answering our viewer questions. This is our viewer question segment, and Ethan will be answering what you all have to know. So, are you ready to answer what the people have to
Oh,
know?
absolutely. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's dive into question one. Um, ooh, what is the favorite role you've played?
Oh gosh. Um, I played this role as a soap opera actress who was the like hallucination of a monkey who wants to be an actor, which is sort of a whole mouthful. But I basically just showed up, tried to seduce a monkey, and then left. It was really and it was so fun. So that was like a really funny role. But I think I think also I have to say Barfay, the character in Spelling Bee, was maybe my favorite role to play. Um, because he was like kind of meaty, like I was challenging definitely. But he was so fun and like his mannerisms were so fun for me. Um, and it was a really great experience and I love the cast.
Those seem like really cool roles to play. Next question. Ooh, what is the most challenging show you've been in?
Okay, this one I go back and forth on. To be honest, Puffs was probably the most challenging role I've had, just because I mean, the show itself is great. It's so fun. Not maybe the most like serious role, like show ever. Obviously, it makes a lot of fun of itself. But for me, it was more serious than other roles that I played. So I was like, this is a whole new thing for me. So I definitely learned a lot. So, and it was a challenging process. Like it pushed me in a lot of ways, which I'm really grateful for. I go between that role and also, my freshman year, I was in a show called Songs for a New World, which is a musical, and it's really just the songs. Um, but the music was pretty hard, and it definitely like it was high, like that pushed me, and my part was like smaller, which was, I mean, I was kind of grateful for that. Like I could more focus on like growing myself instead of like, oh my God, what is everyone gonna like? People are maybe are I'm a little bit less in the spotlight, so I don't have to worry as much about audience reactions, more just like what I need to focus on to make me as a better actor and a better performer. Um, and that definitely was the most challenging to like learn. I had this song too where I was like speak to like sing talking like super duper fast, and that was like a lot of practicing. And I listened to so much. It was yeah. So I look back on that with like rose-colored glasses, because I'm really proud of the product like that everyone put on. But that was definitely challenging too.
All right, yeah, I second that on Puss because hello, quick changes. Oh my gosh, it's not
Yes.
hard. Not hard. I mean, no, it is hard getting into an inflatable dragon costume.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's not something you expect to like be able to like learn from a show like that. So I think I love those things where it's like I didn't think that this is what I was signing up for, or like this is what would be challenging for me, but it
yeah,
is. Now that I've done it, like I'm like low key like feel really confident at quick change.
yeah, I so agree. But it was fun and it looked good. So yeah.
Yeah. And
All right. Ooh, next question. How has your process changed since being in college?
it's definitely changed. I've been reflecting on this a lot this semester with Puffs. Um, before I don't think I did a whole lot of before college. I didn't do a lot of thinking about the acting I was doing. I think I focus a lot more on like relationships now. And also like I'm a lot more emotionally present in all the roles that I play. Um, and more reflective. I think the biggest thing that's changed is like self-awareness of what I'm doing. Like there were moments in high school that I felt like, okay, I feel really good about this. Like this was seems pretty funny, or like people like this. But I didn't always know why. And so I think college and taking like actual acting classes has and watching other really great actors has allowed me to like take a step back sometimes and be like, okay, this felt good. Why did this feel good? How can I do this in the future? Or like this didn't feel so great. What are some strategies? It's given college has given me a lot of strategies to like to help me when I do feel like when I feel good, I feel good. When I feel stuck, the things I've learned in college have helped me a lot to try to get myself out of those sort of ruts.
I feel like a lot of people say like taking classes in theater it's is like at least looking from the outside in, or maybe some people that of course might not have had the best experience, they like try to, sometimes they say it's not helpful, and I feel
Hmm.
like I mean it's different for each person, but like I feel like it can be. I think it's definitely what you make out of it as
Yeah,
well.
I agree.
So yeah, I agree. Like, and the self-awareness, or like even having professors that you might not realize something and they can like point out what you can do to improve yourself as an actor.
Exactly. Yeah, I was talking to someone about this last night. Like acting is on stage is tricky because you never get to see the final product. Like I think that's why actors like I don't know if you feel this way, but like you really have to have a lot of trust in your director because they're the mirror. They're the only people that can give you,
Yeah,
especially until the audience gets there, can give you a reflection of like how you're doing. Um, and I agree that like the one thing that I love and also hate about acting is that you can never predict like what's going to be your breakthrough. So I feel like with acting classes, like sometimes like you're doing a scene and it does not go the way you want it to go, and you're like, okay, well, I wish I would have like cracked this one a little more. But there's also I think that's why like repetition and like I said before, like just doing it and repeating the process as many times as possible is important to me because like there are other moments when something really does click and you're like, oh, I never would have expected this to work. And I never would have tried this if I hadn't been taking this acting class or had this director, or like you never know what it's going to be. I feel like you just have to give yourself as much stimulus and input as possible. Try as many different strategies.
go for everything because, like you said, you don't know what could be your breakthrough. It could be like the smallest thing that you do. It could go
Yeah.
viral, especially nowadays. It's like you can
Oh,
have
that's
one line
true.
in something, and it's like this is what you are now.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's why you gotta like put your even if you have to believe in everything that you're doing, like put your all into it.
Next question: how have you changed since being a first year student in college?
Oh, I've been thinking about this recently too. I think because I'm gonna be a senior, I think, and I'm curious like what this will be like for you. I think I'm more, I have a different perspective on the people I interact with than I
Mm.
did coming into college. And so I met a lot of people here that I'm like, I don't think I could meet you anywhere else. For me, it's a different bubble than the bubble I grew up in. So I feel like I've learned a lot about people here. But it's still like it is still I would say the life experience of the average LMU student is not the life experience of like the Americans at large or the world
Yeah.
population at large. Um, so I think like I've become more understanding, and I think more present and open and self-reflective. LMU's like pushed me to do that, and like being I guess maybe more self-confident or more like more there for myself. I don't know if that makes any
No,
sense.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree, even just from 1 year. And I'm like, wait, I'm actually like this, I've been trying to do for so long. And I'm like, I'm actually doing it. And I feel like definitely being in a new environment, it can be helpful. And I think
Yeah.
like it's good for us that it seems like it's been more pros and of course cons to
Yes.
moving somewhere that's so different from what you grew up around. So
Mm.
yeah,
But I think that's really
congratulations.
important. That's like why I wanted to, for college, I was like, I really would like to go somewhere that's super different from where I grew up.
Yeah.
Were you thinking about that when you went to college?
Yeah, definitely. Like I was looking into all of it. I'm like it's completely different from when I went to high school. Like high school had its good parts and
Yeah.
whatever, but it also has its bad parts. Like, I mean
Yeah.
everywhere does, right? But
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't
it
have to like be in love with like,
right.
where you go to
Yeah.
college, but it's just like what you can stand to learn from it. And I feel like I have a lot to learn from LMU.
Yeah. And it's also like the maturity that we bring, like, and being in high school, we're so different now. Like,
Yeah.
just like you're comparing your freshman year to now, I'm comparing my freshman year to my freshman year in high school. And I'm
High
like,
school.
completely different person, not completely different person, but like a different way of handling things. And like you said, handling like
Definitely.
relationships with people. It's like, it's much better now. I'll say that. Yeah.
No, I agree. And I think yeah, like yeah. Oh my goodness. And now I'm just thinking about like how we move through the world and like and conflict resolution, like the ways that I've matured since high school that I'm so
Yeah.
grateful for. That college has pushed me like sometimes like conflict is a part of relationships and being more direct is something that's been like hard for me, but I've tried to work on in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I think college is a really great time too with like friendships. Like you live with your friends. And I think it's a really good like practice ground for all kinds of like relationships and partnerships that you're gonna have later in your life that are really close. Like how do you like when you become so close to someone so fast, like I don't know if you have this experience with some of your freshman year, like your friends that you made this year. Like I remember my freshman year, I made friends that I felt like probably super like probably closer to than most other people in my life, and I had known them for like 6 weeks, but we just
Mhm.
spent like every like waking moment with each other. And that's a crazy experience. And it also means that like the I don't know the way that you move through it's just I think it's crazy. I think it's a really great experience and a really unique experience, and it teaches you a lot about relationships and how to continue in them when things are kind of hard or rocky, and it helps you practice a lot of those skills.
Yeah, definitely important to have the right people. You like
Yes,
in your
yeah,
circle.
and to find your look for your people. Yeah.
Yeah, completely agree. A couple more questions. We're almost done, and then we'll do like a quick outro, and then we'll be done at 4 o'clock. Oh,
Yay.
sorry, it's 2 o'clock. You're still in LA.
Yes, I sure am.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm it's almost 4 for me, so we'll be done by then.
Oh goodness.
Okay, a few more questions. Let's see. Um, oh, this is a good one. If you were given 6 months to do nothing but learn a new skill, what skill would you choose?
Oh, I love this question. I would, okay, I would love to get better at dancing. I have several answers. Dancing. I would also I do like I work with costumes, but I don't build my own garments all the time. I would definitely want to get better at that. Like just making clothes from scratch. And probably there's so many things I want
Yeah.
to maybe puppetry.
You
I
said,
would
wait, what
pick
did you
up
say?
puppetry. If I had 6 months and I'm just trying to master a new skill, puppetry.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Oh, that one has to be last. um, oh, I like this one. Okay. Who has been the biggest influence on your sense of humor?
Oh, well, this is like probably like my dad. Like I feel like your family, the people you grew up
Yeah.
with. My dad's like he's a character, let me just say. And he's a joker. And I think like I don't know if you get this way about your parents. Like sometimes you do things and you're like, oh my God, like I'm being just like my parent right now or my sibling, in a way that you didn't expect. I know people talk about that as they age, like when you start to be a parent, everything that your parents did that when you were a kid that annoys you, you start doing, and you're like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I'm but so as much as like my dad would make jokes when I was a kid, and I'd be like, oh, dad, I find myself making the exact same jokes. Or like my dad used to make us, or not make us, he really loves the movie Elf with Will Ferrell, and
Mm,
we watch it every Christmas. And every single time I watch that movie, I remember it being a kid being like, oh my God, we have to watch this movie again. But as more of an adult, when I watch it, I'm like that's kind of the blueprint for my sense of humor. Like I'm not like yeah, Will Ferrell, that's basically that was what I was working with as a kid, and it influenced me more than maybe I'd like to admit. Who's the biggest influence on your sense of humor?
My brother.
Yeah,
I did an interview with my brother for this, and I was like, I don't know, we have like the sarcastic vibe to our humor
yeah.
sometimes. And then of course TV. I mean, all my family's like pretty funny, but yeah, my brother definitely like when I was like he's the reason why I'm in theater. I told
Oh,
him when I
really?
interviewed him, I was like, you're the reason why I'm doing this because he's like he does it and he's a triple threat. He can do it all.
Really?
So
Does he
I
do
can do
music?
it acting. Maybe I'm working on the vocals and stuff, but yeah, definitely my brother. And even with improv and stuff, like I
Wow.
wasn't expecting to be doing improv at all when I
Yeah.
got to school. But I just thought about how my brother does it and I was like, oh, I can just, take in what I learned from him and then
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
shout
You're really
out
good at it too.
shout out laughing stock.
Shout out laughing stock.
All right, final question.
Hmm.
Which one do I want to do? Hmm. Okay. What's the most important thing you've done?
Oh. Okay, I have two answers. The most important thing I've done for myself was transition. I'm transgender, and I transitioned as a teen, like socially and also medically. Um, I started taking testosterone when I was like 16, and it was really important for me because I before that I just didn't really see a future for myself, or like when I was like my only goal was like like I didn't feel like I really started living until I did that. And I couldn't envision a life for myself without that, or and until that happened. So I remember writing my college essay was about how when I started high school, like my only goals for my future were like transition. And then I did transition, and I'm so grateful that I was able to access that care. I also think it's important to talk about right now because so much legislatures wants to limit and like take away access to gender affirming care for minors, because like I mean there's all of this rhetoric about how like children are being like whatever coerced into being transgender, which I love being transgender, but I would not, like, no one's gonna do this. It's hard. Like no one's gonna do it unless like they're really feeling something inside that is like I can't live without doing this. And I'm so grateful that I was able to access it at a young age. But then after I transitioned, I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do now? Like what's my life now? Like I really haven't given any thought to this. So that was the most important thing I did for myself. Um, I also think the thing that I have two younger siblings. Um, and I think the most important thing I've done is like be a part of their lives. I think COVID really helped me really, I don't know about you and your brother, but like COVID, we were spending a lot of time together and it really helped, like made me realize and appreciate the impact that their relationships have had on my life and that I've had on their lives. It's just so beautiful to be able to like be such a part of someone's life for so long. And I think sibling relationships are really unique because like they're your peers, but that's a relationship, unlike friends, unlike, I don't know, like someone you're dating, like you are never rid of them. Like that's, you have to make that relationship work. And they've helped me grow so much. And just like, I don't know, I really love them a lot. I have a tattoo for them on my
Oh,
shoulder.
that's so sweet.
And it's like you don't get to impact other people like you get to impact your siblings. And I think that's like the thing that I'm most proud of doing. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for answering our questions today. That is it for the viewers Q&A segment. All right.
Yay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ethan, for participating in the whole episode. Now, we
Yay.
would like to hear a quick message from you to the viewers, so take it away.
Just like anything I have to say to them.
Anything you like to say.
Oh my goodness. I hope that they have a great day. I hope that they keep doing what they're doing. I don't know if they want to do theater, freaking do it, man. It's really fun, and I hope that they keep listening to this podcast. It's awesome, and Ataysia is so awesome and talented, and everything she works on is really cool and innovative, and she's got her shit going on. So that's all I have to say. I'm really happy that I got to be here, and happy Pride Month. Woo! Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of the You're Here with Ataysia podcast. Thank you, Ethan, for being our special guest. I'm so happy that I got to sit here and talk with you for a while about theater. If you guys like this episode, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow, and tune into the next episode of the podcast. I'm so happy that things are going well and that I finally begin this podcast, so your support really matters and it is truly appreciated. Make sure you all support our sponsor of the episode and support our guest Ethan and his journeys in theater and in general, because Ethan's a lovely person. I'm so happy that I met Ethan, and I'm so glad that we got to be here with Ethan today. Once again, you are here with Ataysia, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys. Would you rather wrestle a wrestler who was known for their comedy or wrestle a wrestler who was known for their intense character?
Hmm. I guess it depends on who we're talking about. If I had to say like like R Truth for an example, very comical. I feel like I would have so much fun in the ring with R Truth. Whereas to somebody who's more intense, Brock Lesnar, and I'm just getting thrown around for the entire match because I'm 5'9" and he's 6'5", 300 something pounds of just pure muscle. Yeah, I'll take the fun guy.